Hello everyone. So today I have a pretty special announcement. Really two. One is that I now have a new website that you can check out. And two is that everything in front of you that you see is for sale. So how did these come about? Well, not too long ago, myself and another collector started working at this lighting showroom that happened to have a bunch of 80s and 90s old stock of ceiling fans they used to sell. And they've just been kind of sitting down in storage for a while, so decided we could try selling them on eBay and also on the website. You can find both for sale and the links in the description. However, I will say it will be cheaper if you buy through my website because there's no sales tax and the shipping may be cheaper as well, depending on where you live. But anyways, I just want to give a quick rundown of everything, show you what's available. So first, we have this Panasonic Lancelot, even though on the box it's just labeled antique ceiling fan. Model F5225 in antique brass. Looks exactly like that. So in case you didn't know, Panasonics are pretty uncommon fans, but they are very well built. I can show off some of the box. Can't fully unbox it, but every one of these has pictures of what it looks like, the box open and everything on each listing. But yeah, they still have the instruction manual. Blades and everything else are under each layer of cardboard. And what I think is cool is that on the side of the box it has this sketch of what the fan looks like. It's like an artist's rendition. So yeah, 3-speed, reversible, pretty decently powerful. Just for whatever reason, Panasonic fans didn't sell very well in the United States as much as they did overseas, so this would be a good opportunity if you ever wanted one to get one new in box, since they rarely show up at all, let alone new. But moving on. Here's an even rarer fan. This is an Encon Crusader. Now, I hadn't even heard of this before until I found these in this store. This is essentially what came after the Encon Crompton Greaves, which is what you may be more familiar with if you're a collector. All of the ones that I could find are in polished brass. Let me sort of open from the top. This one has a bit of a messed up hanging part or whatever you call that, but I should also mention that each box is in like decent shape, but it will vary if some have some defects, I guess, or storage rash. But overall, they're still in usable condition. Everything is in that styrofoam there. And I can actually show off what this kind of looks like, because we found a old display fan that used to be up in the showroom way back when. See, very thick motor. This coarse pattern here. Again, 3 speeds, reversible. This one happens to have a long down rod, but it comes with a standard one in the box. This is what the blades look like. Very similar to the Crompton Greaves that came before it. And speaking of that, here's a little teaser. This is yet another display fan of the old Crompton Greaves, a reversible version actually. And the reason why these are not for sale yet is because we are still trying to find the blades, because the blades for these were sold separately. Here's the only set that we could find currently from it. Anyways, moving on. Before we go to the next fan, there is also a pretty decent amount of Casablanca Parts. Right here we have single light fitters as well as low ceiling kits in varying finishes. This one, for example, is an antique white, brand new. This one's antique brass. And then of those that I have in the shot, there is antique white, chrome, and designer gray. So yes, there are ones in the designer finishes. Moving on to another Encon fan. Another pretty uncommon one. This is the Rattan, or Rattan, however you want to call it. Very unique combination. This is white and chrome with cane blades. Again, all complete with the instruction manual and everything, brand new. It's a very nice set of pretzel irons, as you can see. And the light shade is right here. Sorry, I had to get that out. And yeah, is a form of wicker or bamboo, I guess, in that same family, but a very unique light shade nonetheless. Tiny bit of chipping here and there, but overall you don't really notice it all that much. These also came in polished brass, but I cannot find a complete one as of now, but if one does surface, then that will be listed as well. And finally, a 42-inch Emerson 1895. So this one I won't able to open the box because it's actually stapled shut on this side, but all of the ones that we have here are brown, as you can see right there. 3-speed reversible, United States made, which I think this is actually the last model that Emerson made in the United States before they went to Taiwan. And these are really great fans overall. Again, you hardly ever see them new in box. So this would be a great collector find. $18.95. Oh. Okay, that works. And all the info on here. We actually do have that Emerson light kit, if anyone in particular is interested in that, the chandelier one. But yeah, not sure quite what else to say, so if you have any requests or things that you're looking for, let me know in the comments or on Facebook, on the Ceiling Fan Rescue page. But until then, thank you for watching. Feel free to check all of this stuff out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.